Hello, so we're here looking at physicsclassroom.com, the concept builder, that is position time graphs. I'm going to show you a couple from each of these three. We will start with the apprentice level. Many of these questions are similar. Mostly they have straight lines. I think a couple of the questions there's curves, but it's important to think about, it's asking what stage is the object moving towards its starting point. For all of these questions in here, they're wanting you to consider negative as being away from its starting point and positive. So is it moving towards its starting point? So it's basically saying in the positive direction. So this would be going in the negative direction, not moving because distance isn't changing, position isn't changing. This is moving in the negative direction, item C here. Item D is not moving, and then item E would be moving back in the positive direction. So the correct answer would be E because it's moving back towards where it started. Similar looking graph, and here it says during which of the stages is the object at rest. This would be at rest here at B, because here we're moving in the negative direction at A. Stopping at B, position is not changing. Negative direction in C, these are straight lines, so they'd be constant. Stopped at D, and back in the positive direction at a constant velocity at E. So the correct answer here would be B and D, because they're not moving. Hoping to get to one of these curved questions. During which stage is the object moving the smallest speed? Ooh, this is a great question. So it says moving, so we know B and D it's not moving, but moving at the smallest speed. The steepness, if you will, of these slopes represents the speed, because as you change, time is going on the x-axis. So the more distance you change, that's on the y-axis, for an amount of time on the x-axis would represent speed. It might help to draw that here. So if you think about position is changing in item A, position is changing here in a certain amount of time here. So it says the smallest speed. That's going to be over here because we have the smallest distance rise compared to the shortest distance run. And so it's going to be at item E. We'll do one more here. Oh my. Here it's wondering which of the, is it moving at a constant speed? Again, everywhere where it's moving, and then a sloping line. So A, C, and E are all moving. All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump over here to the second one, because this kind of gets into what we were just looking at. Rank the speeds from slowest to fastest. Here you're looking for the least amount of change on the y-axis compared to the change on the x-axis. Basically, which of the slopes are the least steep? So here the slowest would be C. The fastest would be A. And then somewhere in between would be B. And then I'm going to jump to this final one here. This is in the third wizard level. These, I think, are, once you understand how the classroom is asking you, these aren't too bad, but just to understand the question. It mentions dot diagrams for three objects, A, B, and C. And it has a left and a, these are all three left. What you need to know is what left is considered, it's considered negative, and right would be considered positive. So, and the other thing you need to look at is there's three different speeds here. There's the fastest, slowest, and medium. So what you would look at here, since these three are all three to the left, option A we know has a negative slope, so it's going to be going down. All three of these go to the left, all three would go going down, and here we would just have 6. C would be 6 because it's the going the fastest. B would be 4 because it's going the slowest, and A would be 5 because it's Goldilocks and it's right there in the middle. Hopefully this next one will show some going both directions. Well, now they're all in the positive direction, and so A is going to be the fastest, which is 1. It's going upwards, so it's in the positive direction. B is going to be the medium one. Wow, and this goes right 1, 2, 3. Hopefully we'll get some going the opposite direction here, but apparently I didn't. If they had been going in the opposite direction, and I'll show you that in a second, it would have been going both up and down. All right, I went ahead and found one, opened it up, that shows them going in the opposite direction. See, A is going in the leftward, which means it's going down. B and C are going to the right, which means that's a positive, so these are sloping up. And you go back to the same thing. This closer dots are the slowest moving, so this is going down and it's slowest. That's going to be number 4. This one is going to the right. That means up. It's going to be medium. That means it's going to be number 2. And then this one is up and it's going the fastest, which means it'll be number 1. And there you have it. We're going to call it end of this one. Thank you and best wishes.